Hi everyone, and welcome to my first video of 2020, and I'm doing my nails, so I thought I would try and speed this up so it's not too long for you guys, but basically show you what I do when I do my own nails. So I've just gone on with a base coat and curing. There is going to be a little bit of a delay because I didn't actually skip or pause in between these parts, so I do apologise, but hopefully you won't find it too boring, I hope. But anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful day, and that you enjoy this video. So I'm now going on with a colour which is a changing colour polish. If you want to know the name of this polish, then obviously drop me a message and I can tell you what colour and what brand this one is I'm using. And just again, just to show you how I do my own nails, and I've managed to catch that one. I normally use a dotting tool if I get it near the skin when you do your own, because it's quite hard sometimes doing your own hands. And then when I've got the first coat on, I will cure this for 60 seconds. And then, as you can see, it's changed colour. It's gone to the other colour it goes when it's warm. And then when I put the second coat on, it's back to the darker colour, which is a bluey purpley colour, because blues and purple are my favourites. Just checking, make sure I've gone down the edges, because it's not always easy to do your hand, especially at the best of times, but when you're doing it on camera it's even more harder. So I'm just double checking, making sure I've gone down all the sides on my own nails, and then place back in the lamp for another 60 seconds. Now I'm going to use two top coats here. One of them is a holographic top coat called Hocus Pocus, and the other one I'll be using is just a normal non-wipe top coat, because two of the nails I'm not going to do nail art on, so I just want to put Hocus Pocus on these ones, which is a holographic top coat, which I absolutely love. I got that sort of like around November time last year, and it's a must that comes out most time. I am so sorry that I'm out of shot when I actually lift my hands up. I really need to get better at positioning, but I will, I promise. As I say, this is only the first one of 2020. So then I cure them. Again, they only take 60 seconds, sorry, to cure. So they're cured, don't need to touch them because it's non-wipe formula. And now I'm going to base coat my thumbnail. I never do my thumb and fingers together because I just feel that I prefer to keep my fingers flat under the machine so that the gel doesn't move. I don't really want it running into the side walls. I know probably a lot of you probably put your fingers and thumbs all in at the same time, but I don't do that. But each to our own. And then I will go on with the first coat of the colour changing polish. And as you can already see, my hand's quite warm because it's already changing as I'm putting it on my nail. But I do love changing colour polishes. If you guys do, let me know. Put a comment that you like them as well. And again, cure the first coat for 60 seconds. I know I probably could have cut all these bits out, but I will get better in time. Just all new to me, all this editing larky. But if there's anything else that you'd like to know, guys, or want to see me do, then obviously please let me know, and I'll see if I can do some videos and show them to you. So I'm going on with the second coat. As you can see, again, I've got pesky little hair on that one. And again, cure that for 60 seconds. So I don't need the Hocus Pocus one, the holographic top coat. I just need the normal standard no wipe top coat to seal. I always like to seal my colour polishes in before I do any nail art. And then you go on with the no wipe top coat. And then cure that for 60 seconds. Now I'm going to do some stamping, and I'm using the MoYou plate Mother Nature Collection 19, which is a rose. And I'm using MoYou white stamping polish, and I use a lint-free roller to wipe my stamper. Now I have buffed these nails to a matte finish before I stamped, just so that I can go on with a no wipe, and I know that the no wipe is going to adhere to the matte surface, because we know gel doesn't stick on the shiny. So the first coat I put on, I just float it on basically, and then I cure that for half the time, and then add a second coat, just so that I know that the nail art is sealed, so it's not going to go anywhere. And by undercuring the first layer of no wipe, I know that the second coat of no wipe is going to adhere to the first. And then I go on and do exactly the same with the thumb. I don't worry about doing any clean up with the stamping until after I've sealed the nail art in. So first coat, cure for half the time, which in this case is about 30 seconds, because it's a 60-second cure on this particular brand. And then go on with the second coat and then fully cure for the 60 seconds. So let us know if you've tried any stamping, or you would like any more stamping being shown, and I will see what I can do for you to show you guys. So now that's cured, I get a little bit of non-acetone nail varnish remover, and I just go around my fingers and make sure that I've removed all the stamping polish that has not been cured onto the well, around the fingers, around the edge of the fingers, because obviously it's cured on the nail, so it's not going to go anywhere. And then I go on with a bit of cuticle oil. And that's my non-dominant hand been done. Now I'm going to do my dominant hand, so I'm doing this left-handed. Again, I've left this in here just to show you guys that I do both my hands. I've already done the base coat. I'm just showing you me putting on the colour, which you'll see that it does take me a little bit longer, because obviously I'm using my non-dominant hand to paint my dominant hand, which can be a bit tricky. Which I managed to get a bit on the cuticle, which I didn't want. Clean that off. That's it. But I do find resting your finger on something is a bit easier to paint your non-dominant hand, or any hand really. So that's how I do it. But you do it how you do it, or you know, just be happy to watch. And then when I've got that first coat on, check it and then cure. And again for 60 seconds, which I speeded up a bit quick on that one. I paused that one, I think, after a little while. I got a little bit better towards the end. So on with the second coat, and as you can see, my hand's quite warm and the tips are still quite dark, so that's how the polish is going to be majority of the time, unless of course my hands are really cold or really warm, then it'll be one or the other colour. And just check them, then put them into cure. Now I'll go on with the top coat, again with the holographic on my index and little finger, and just a normal no wipe on the two middle fingers. And again, these all go in for a 60-second cure. Sorry, I did lift my hand up to show you guys, but I was out of shot. I do apologise. I think next time I'll put a little marker down on the paper so I know exactly where to keep my hand so it's in focus for you guys to see. Now I'm just going to do the thumb like I did the other thumb. So again, with a base coat to start with. And then going with a colour. And towards the end of this video, I did start to try and pause it in places so it wasn't dragging it out too long for you guys. So I got a little bit more adventurous towards the end of this video. And then we jumped straight on to doing the stamping. So again, I've already buffed the nails I'm going to stamp, because obviously I want to put a no wipe top coat over the top of the stamping. So just doing my thumb first. As I say, I was really out of shot when I was actually stamping. I'm sorry there about that, guys, but I will get better. I say with stamping, it is an art. When I first started doing it, I couldn't really get it correct all the time, but it's just a case of knowing it's very little pressure, because you're not actually stamping, you're rolling. You roll the stamper over gently to pick up the design, and then you just press it firmly into place on the nail. So again, I'm now going to top coat with the no wipe top coat, and again only cure for half the time on the first coat, just so that the second coat has something to adhere to, because it'll still be a little bit tacky where it's not fully cured. And then go on with the second coat and then fully cure for 60 seconds. And that way I know the design underneath is going to last the duration of me wearing my nails, or this particular colour design. And then go on with my thumb. And again, just float the first coat over the top so you don't drag it, because you don't want to drag the design off. Though it should be dry by now, because the polish does dry very, very quickly. And then cure that again, only for about 30 seconds. Then add the final top coat and then cure for 60. All in all, this took me about 40 to 45 minutes to do completely. Just the polish and the nail art. And I managed to speed it up to about 16.5 minutes. So that's not bad going. And then when that's cured, a little bit of nail varnish remover, non-acetone. Just cleaning up all the spills and the bits of polish that I've got on my fingers. And there's the completed look, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs